Hi, thanks for joining me. This is Darlene from darlenestampandspot.com, and this is the project I'm sharing today. It's another video of my 2018 craft show series here on YouTube that I've been sharing. So this is the next little treat holder, and I had to contain my squeal this year when I saw that Skittles came out with Cauldron Skittles. Like, how perfect is that? How do they know to, everybody has the Cauldron stuff out, so I don't know what kind of club, the secret club they're in, but I'm sure glad that, that they give us these fun things. So I just knew that I had to use our Cauldron Bubble bundle from the 2018 holiday Christmas catalog. What am I trying to say? Holiday catalog. Goodness, excuse me. Okay, so this, you can buy both of these together with the bundle code and save 10%. We're actually not using this stamp set. You've seen me use it in a previous video for one of my treat holders. Today we are actually just using it for the Cauldron framelit, and I'm going to show you how you can cut that right out of the DSP. Now, of course, you can stamp it and color it if you wish, and then cut it out, but if you're in a hurry or you're not into coloring, I'm going to show you how to cut it right out of the designer series paper. Okay, so I'm going to set that over here on I got my Big Shot next to me ready to come in. We're going to start with, let me put these over to the side. Our consumable products, let's see, we've got, this is Highland Heather from the designer series paper 6x6 stacks. This is in the Subtles collection, and I think I'm going to use this dots pattern. Here is that designer series paper that I was talking to you about, and we're going to be able to just come right in here and cut out that image with the framelit. I love that Stampin' Up! Is giving us more and more opportunities like this where we can cut things straight from the paper. It's awesome. It's really, really cool. I also have a piece of Highland Heather that is 3/4 of an inch by, it's 4-ish. It's certainly not 4 1/8. I mean, it might be just a hair over 4. And we're going to cut this out with the, or we're going to flag the ends with the banner triple punch. And then I chose Mango Melody. I thought that those look good together for the, we're going to be using the Sunburst punch with that. Starburst punch, excuse me. Okay. So let me see, we've got some Wink of Stella, and I think that's it. So this is called a diaper fold, and it comes together super quick and easy. So all you're going to do is fold it on a diagonal from point to point. So you're making this little triangle. Let me grab my bone folder, and you just want to make sure you got it straight. There we go, and then I'm just gonna fold that, crease it really good with my bone folder. This little treat holder stays together without any adhesive, so you want to make sure that your score lines are really crisp, because that's kind of the secret behind it. Now, you can make this as wide of an opening as you want. It depends on what kind of treat you're putting in there. So what I usually do is I take my treat, and I just kind of stick it in there. It's not going to go all the way down to the bottom. At least this packaging's not. Or, you could also use the M&Ms. And I think that I want it to go down, about like right there. I feel like that's a big enough opening to house 2 of those Skittle packs. Like I said, you could also fit M&Ms are the same size. So I'm coming down, I don't know, 3/4 of the way. It doesn't matter. There is no specific measurement. You can make it be come down as far as you would like. Depends on what your treat. If you have a skinnier treat, then you want it to not come down quite as far. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take this. I'm just starting with the right. I mean, I'm right-handed, so I think it's just habit. And all I'm doing is lining up this edge with this little score that we made. That little, when we folded that top down. And I'm coming all the way in to where that's flush up against there, and I'm going to use my bone folder, because now we're going through a couple of layers of cardstock, or designer paper, So just really want to make sure we get a good fold. Okay, and then I bet you guessed it, we're coming in the other side. Button it up against that this score line here and making it a good point right there. And then again, bone folder. Okay, and then this comes down over the top of that, and there is your little tree pouch. Now, if you wanted to, if it bothered you, you could stick like a little dimensional up underneath there, or I would actually probably do a dimensional because it's going to bow out when you get your candy. I take these to craft fairs all the time, and I've never had a problem with them. I don't put any glue in them at all. So now you can kind of see why I made it as wide as I did by coming down about 3/4 of the way, so that my my candy would fit in my little treat pocket. Okay, I'm going to put this off to the side for a second, take the candy out, and I'm going to bring in the Big Shot. And I hope that it doesn't shake the camera too much. Get this up here where you guys can see it. Let me move these other ones that I made. There we go. Okay, and if you have been following me, you will know that I cut my framelits shapes. I use them upside down because I feel like I get a cleaner cut, one, and two, it prevents my plate from warping. So the only thing extra that you have to do is put a little washi tape on it. And for most framelits, you're already putting the washi tape on it anyway, because you don't want it to jump and move around and not cut out your image correctly. So it's basically not any extra steps except you're just going to turn it over. Okay. I've been using this plate since I started Facebook Lives back on July 5th was my first one, and there's been a couple of times